Addicted to something, like, or just gone through a period of your life where there's a specific activity or just anything you are addicted to, it's like all you think about is doing this one thing. Well, I do. I get in these stages, I guess, where there's something that I feel like I'm addicted to, and it scares me. It really bothers me that I can so easily become addicted to something. And it's kind of creeping me out. The lighting situation right now, it kind of almost looks a little creepy. Like, it's going to be a dark, scary, awkward video. Sorry. But I do get addicted to things, I feel like. Right now, I'm going through this period where all I want to do is fish. I think about fishing all the time. I can't go to, like, Walmart without hitting up the fishing section just to look at poles and lures and everything else back there. I think about it all the time. And here lately, it's creek fishing. I've been wading the creeks, catching those red eyes like crazy, and I'm having a blast. And I just keep wanting to go fishing. And my mom told me the other day she's kind of worried about me because that's all I want to do. And I've done it with several other things. If you've watched some of my other videos, there's one about cutting down trees. And this past winter I cut a lot of firewood because we use that to burn in a stove to heat our home. And I got to where that's what I wanted to do. I was really obsessed with cutting firewood. I would look at trees and just think about what it looked like if I got to cut it down. I dreamt about it. Same way with unicycling shortly before that. And once I learned how to unicycle, it was super exciting for me to be able to do that. I started skipping class to unicycle with my friends, learn new tricks, do things like ride backwards, downstairs, whatever. And I would start to have dreams about that where I would dream, say, I rode backward when I was trying to learn how to do that. And a couple days later, I'd see someone, yeah, finally, I got backwards, riding backward down. And then I'd stop and, like, think to myself, wait, did I actually do that? Or was that a dream? And it made things a little awkward sometimes, because usually it was a dream. But I get in these stages where I really am addicted to things. And I don't know if other people do that. But I've been texting my friend about hitting up a creek. They've been muddy lately. It's not good for fishing. Thinking about hitting up Buck Creek here in a little bit. And if you are a person who fish a lot or you like to eat fish, then you probably know red eye are one of the most delicious fish out there. And I love to eat red eye. A lot of people always say crappie is the best, but I'm more of a red eye man. And I thought about, like, maybe I'm just addicted to the red eye, not fishing, but not really. I mean, the fish tastes great, but I think the experience is what makes it so much more fun. So I got a whole bunch of fillets in the freezer right now. Been there probably about a week. I haven't ate. So if I was addicted to that, I'd be like sitting here like chowing down on some fish instead of making a video. Hopefully I get to hit up the creek today. Fingers crossed. And all this fishing, I got a lot of fish to eat, so I've been deep frying some fish, and I've learned some life lessons. A big one, first off, I use common sense. I probably knew this one, but sometimes I do things that don't make sense, or lots of times I do things that don't make sense. But you should never deep fry or fry, especially just fry like on a skillet, anything without shoes on. You go ahead and laugh at me if you want, but it's not smart. It doesn't feel good. Like, my feet are probably one of the most sensitive part of my body. Even though I walk around barefoot all the time, I am from Kentucky. And grease popped out and it burnt my feet, and it did not feel good. I promise you, it didn't. So don't do that. Also, some random life lessons. Post some stuff on Twitter the other day, like Justin's weight loss tips. Not that it matters. I don't know why I post weight loss tips, but I was just thinking more common sense. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Also, if you want to lose weight, get off your lazy butt and do something. Like walk around a creek fishing, better than sitting around and watching TV. But no, really, going back to the whole cooking without shoes on. Could you imagine going to a restaurant and the cook's back there without shoes on? Almost kind of gross. I'm sure that is definitely against health code. I mean, you're not allowed to go in a restaurant without shoes on, so no way the cooks or the servers, you're never going to see them without shoes. It's a safety thing, first of all, and it's probably not very sanitary. And it really got me thinking about health code, regulations, all those things, like how they're so important to restaurants, and those things are checked all the time. But how many of these regulations and these codes, I said codes really weird, that was awkward, how many of those things do we follow in our own homes? It's something to think about. There's obviously a reason why these things are regulated, but we don't do it at our house. It's kind of messed up. Like, shouldn't we follow these own things at our house? Obviously, be more sanitary and healthy, but we don't. Just something to think about. Try to get hold of me. I'm busy. I'm probably fishing. Have a nice